Hey, 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 it's your girl S.Nova, the Universal Donut, and I am back with the Little Empress Tarot Oracle, acronym S.E.T. Welcome to the set. What's that? Full set, all 10 nails, my G. Thank you guys so much for visiting. Thank you for all your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscribes at S.E.T.ORACLE. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and that way we can all be friends. You dig? All right, so let's get into it. Friday the 13th. And actually, Friday the 13th is the day of the divine feminine. But of course, you know, they wasn't going to let us have too much around here. So, you know, they had to make it something evil and vicious and blah. But anyway, I'll let y'all go look the rest of that up. Let's get right into it. This is a collective read, all signs included. Take what fits and leave what does not. And don't trip, potato chip, because you already know you got that dip. You dig? So, Father God, ancestors, the Most High, I ask that you grant the collective the serenity to accept the things that they cannot change, the courage to change the things that they can, and the wisdom to know the difference. All right, we're going to go into the detailed deck today for this segment. And like I said, my detailed decks, there's a lot of cards, so they come out in every direction. I just pull them from one direction, and however that comes out, that's how it comes out. You feel me? Okay. One more. All right, here we go. We got pride in reverse. Hydration in reverse. Irony. So somebody who is possibly, oh, hold on, let me take a minute with this. Sunk eyes, tachycardia, at risk, children, elders, athletes, men. Somebody is embarrassed about a possible sickness, about being sick. Losing more than you take in, thirst, dry mouth, lips, headache, fatigue, dark urine. Yeah, somebody's ashamed about being sick, because the irony of it all is they probably wanted this for someone else. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think it's like rain on your wedding day? Whatever that song is, I don't know why it just came in my head. Overruled in reverse. Self-destruction. You had it for self-destruction. Will. So, somebody allowed themselves to self-destruct in this way because they had no control. They wanted somebody else to allow and accept this to happen to them. They wanted this to happen to somebody else. But somehow they allowed it to happen to themselves. Will in reverse now. It could be a hidden will, or what's the opposite of will? Won't. They allowed this to happen to themselves because they wouldn't stop being in their pride. Pride in reverse. And they're ashamed about it. And that's the irony of it. They're ashamed about their illness and sickness, even though they were so much in their pride that they allowed this to happen, therefore self-destructing because they would not stop. Non-consent. Corn. Switch that with a P, we know what it is. Letter L. What's behind that? Delusions. The letter L could be significant with delusions. Finance, love, offer in reverse. So somebody wouldn't stop doing something. Somebody wouldn't stop. Somebody was like, somebody self-destructed because of their delusions. Somebody is sick because they would not stop being delusional. They allowed and accepted a secret offer, a secret financial love offer. Somebody could have been possibly dealing with a lady of the evening, so to speak, and they would not stop. The irony is they would not stop dealing with this person, or they would not stop being in that energy. So now they're sick and self-destructing because of their own delusions of great wealth. Great wealth, many lovers, unfathomable power. Somebody was out here tooting it up under the radar, and they would not stop doing this. And the irony of it is now they're sick and they're ashamed of it because they allowed and accepted this kind of behavior, which was consensual, to ruin them. The Price is Right in reverse. No, it ain't. Unsigned in reverse. They consented. D-Train, you're the one for me. So this person risked their life for money, and they would not stop. And the thing is, it don't even look like it was a lot of money. They thought that they were going to get some type of great wealth and things off of this due to having many lovers. They allowed and accepted these offers, these financial love offers, sneaky links, third parties, side pieces. This person was very promiscuous. This person had many lovers, and they were getting money from all of these lovers in hopes of great wealth, but it wasn't worth it. The Price is Right in reverse. It was not worth it. The money wasn't worth it. Because losing more than you take in, you done lost more than you gained, and now you out here sick, and that's the irony of all of this. The irony in all of this is that this person who was taking financial love offers from many lovers put put out some non-consented corn on another. The irony of this is whoever this person was a lady and or a man of the evening, thinking that they were going to get great wealth off of having intimacies with these different people, and they put out non-consensual corn on somebody that did not either way it go, unsigned, non-consent. This person was out here throwing it in a circle willy-nilly, thinking that they was going to come up off all of these lovers that they had after being in their pride and putting out non-consensual corn on another person, and now they're self-destructing. That's the irony. The irony is this person is sick and self-destructing after putting out something on somebody that did not consent to it. It was not worth it. Love hangover. Primed, deceived, tricked, trained to respond in a way, conned, manipulated, set up. This person was set up. This actually, hold on, wait a minute. Set up in reverse. This person was trying to set somebody else up and ended up getting set up. Somebody that they could not get over, they tried to set them up and ended up getting set up. That's the irony. Wow. Wow. Why, do you ask? Because they thought they were so smart. They thought they were so smart. No, as a matter of fact, they didn't know how smart you were. They thought that you would be, they thought that you were all over them like this while they were out there doing their side piece stuff, and they would not stop. And like I said, the irony of it is that they are now sick and they are ashamed of it, but they allowed and accepted that kind of behavior. They allowed these third parties and things like that, and they accepted the finances for them. And not only are they sick, but they got deceived and manipulated. It was not worth it. And now they're probably about to be in trouble for some revenge corn. Because they wanted you to self-destruct. They wanted you to be hung up on them. But they didn't know how smart you were. Boombastic side eye. Now people looking at them sideways. People are looking at them sideways. So this person wanted you to be hung up over them. Meanwhile, they were trying to set you up in secret and having all these third-party inclusions for money, and they wouldn't stop because there's no free play without free will. And the irony of it all is now that they are sick and ashamed because they allowed people to trick them and manipulate them and influence them. And they accepted these financial love offers, but it wasn't even worth it. And they did all of this, including possibly putting out revenge corn or non-consensual private videos and media of you collective, because they wanted you to be Love hung over them. They wanted you to be stuck on them. Why? Because they thought you were stupid. And now everybody's giving them the side eye. Recovered in reverse. They're not recovering. Deteriorate. Becoming progressively worse. Past tense. Third party present. Third party. Everybody that this person dealt with, they getting sick. Or they are sick. Everybody is deteriorating. Everybody's giving this person the boombastic side eye because they see that they ain't doing so well. They're not doing so well. And this person is ashamed. This person is truly ashamed of what they have done. It was not worth it. The price is right. The price is wrong. It was not worth the price. Mature, developed, physically, full grown. Yeah, that was you. They should have, this was you, but they should have been mature, but they were delusional. They should have been mature. They were delusional. They thought you were stupid. They thought you were really hung up on them. You knew better. Civil lawsuit in reverse. Perjury. Willingly tells lies in under court oath. They were secretly trying to set you up. They were trying to set you up by committing perjury, saying that you were sick, saying that you were out here taking love offers, saying that you were allowing people to sleep with you and you were taking money from them, that you were out here doing corn. You understand? They were really trying to set you up in the court system. And that's the irony, because the story that they told the courts is really them. Default in reverse. Repayment, give back, reducing loan, debt, sin. They owe you something. For that perjury in court, yeah, that's a lawsuit for real. They owe you some money, baby. They owe you some money, baby. And guess what? For you, oh yeah, that price finna be right. They owe you some money. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Ain't no music playing. Ain't no go. Whoever was in charge of this plan thought they had it going on, because they thought you was so stupid. They thought they had it going on. They was celebrating because they thought you would never know. Accountant in reverse. Dirty money, playing dirty. They were holding on to money that was probably for you. They're gonna have to run that. They're gonna have to run that. Rose Nyland. They thought you were stupid. They really thought you were ditzy. They thought you would never know. They thought you would never find out about the setup. They really did. Come through, spirit. Chronic illness. This goes back to my reading earlier. They were trying to set you up to get sick. Although they were already sick. But what this is telling me is, this is the backstory to it. They were already out here doing all of this and then trying to perjure your name in court. But the irony is, they're the ones that's actually sick. They're the ones out here with a chronic illness. This is real. They really out here messed up. I can't. All the cards that mention sickness that have come out thus far, I can't make it up. Spend a check and get it right back. You finna, everything they took from you, you finna get it back, baby. because they thought you was stupid. They thought you was love struck. They wanted you out here like this, so you could end up self-destructing. And they did things to make you self-destruct, because they thought you was on your Rosen Island, baby. Last one. Fixed. A fixed sign. Could possibly be a Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio. In reverse, though. The opposite of fixed. Persevering. They wouldn't stop. They would not stop. Carry through the purpose of a season. They would not stop. They really tried to have you out here down bad under their identity. Ain't that crazy? They really tried to have you out here down bad. They thought that they were setting you up, but they were primed. The joke was on them, and it was not worth it. It was not worth it. Ah, well. Better luck next time, dummies.